This video demonstrates how to use Python from ExcelRT. Python is an open source programming language used by millions of developers. It's available for almost any OS, and it's a free download to any Mac, Windows, or Linux machine. Python comes pre-installed on Mac and Linux machines. ExcelRT is a spreadsheet application engine. You can create an ExcelRT by converting an Excel workbook to the ExcelRT format, or use the ExcelRT builder to author the ExcelRT file directly. ExcelRT runtime can be downloaded for free on any Mac, Windows, or Linux machine. You can also turn that into a standalone application that can be licensed to a specific computer on Mac, Windows, or Linux. Let's examine and run a simple Python application. Here in our editor, we see we have a Python application with 4 lines of code. We have an import line. On this line, we grab some data with the input command, and then we print out a string. Return equals the word hi, a space, and then that data that we brought in from the input, and finally we quit our application. Let's go ahead and run this application. When we run, down here in the terminal window, let's type a word for our input, press enter, and we see the response, return equals hi John, and then it quit. Here we have ExcelRT. We have an ExcelRT workbook file, and we have a plugins folder, and inside that plugins folder we have that Python script we were examining just a moment ago. If we launch ExcelRT and open up that workbook, we can see the workbook is opened. It consists of just a single sheet, and we have a few fields of information the user can enter, and then a button they can click, and then that runs this script by passing in this input, and the response coming back from the script we put into the output field. So let's examine the script. And we see when we click this run button on cell, click sheet 1, column 1, row 7, it's going to run this bit of script. Let's just look at the main script, Python script command that's doing the work. So let's bring up our help screen. The name of the command we're going to use is called Python. If we look up help for that, we can see it basically consists of several commands. There's 3 required commands: the name of the script we want to run, and it assumes it's in the plugins folder. If it's elsewhere, you'd have to give the path to where the Python file resides. You give either a literal or a variable name containing the input that you want to pass into the script. After the script does its job, the result coming back from the script goes into an output variable. And the rest of the commands that are on this line that gets the script line of script command here that gets run when we click on this button, the rest of the commands are just basically reading data from these cells and using those as parameters of that Python command. We see the actual Python command is right here. So let's go ahead and run this. So we're going to click run, and we see that our script was run, our input was sent to the script, Python processed it, and the response coming back from Python is displayed right here in our output field. Let's look at another example. Let's look at this Python script. We'll open it into a text editor, and basically all we're going to do is we're going to print Python version colon and then the Python version and then quit. So that's all our script actually is going to do. We don't even need any input for this, and the name of our script is called version.py. So if we simply click Run, we see the Python version displayed here. Another way to communicate data to your Python script is you can put the data in a text file and then send the path to that file to the script where it can read the file, process the data, and return the result. We're going to do something similar to that here, where we have a data file, and let's just open that into a text editor. We see it's basically just a set of numbers kind of in random order separated by commas. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this sort script to sort those. So let's examine this script, and we see that the script is basically going to get the path to our file from the input. It's going to open that up, and then it's going to take the data and split it by commas into a list, sort the list, and then rejoin that into this sorted data field. And we finally will open a second output file, which is the same as our original file name with the word sorted on the end. And we'll save that sorted data out to that file, also in this same plugins folder. So that's what our script is going to do. And when we get all done, we're just going to return the word done and quit. So let's go ahead, and there's the name of our script. There's the path to the data folder, data file that we're going to process. We're going to click the Run button. We have done shown here. And if we look at the generated file, again, opening it to a text editor, we see we have the same list of numbers, except now they're sorted by our Python script. To summarize, ExcelRT is a spreadsheet application engine. It supports typical Excel-like features like formulas, lots and lots of functions, data entry validation, conditional formatting, tables. It does not support VBA, but it has its own cross-platform scripting engine. That engine allows you to grab data from cells of a workbook, manipulate the data, put the results back to other cells of the workbook. You can read data from text files and back out to text files. You can work with CSV files. You can pull data down from the internet back up to the internet. All the typical things you'd want to do with the scripting engine. And now with the new Python command, you have full access to the Python engine.